could have been the day that you blow out your candles, make a wish as you close your eyes. Today could have been the day everybody was laughing. Instead I just sit here and cry. Who would you be? What would you look like when you looked at me for the very first time? Today could have been the next day of the rest of your life. Not a day goes by that I don't think of you. I'm always asking why this crazy.
When I came into the village to live, that's where I met the city. As a family living, all her kids. I know how hard she worked to grow them, just as myself. Down the river to wash, bathe all of them, sometimes from the help her to. And to see all of them big to healthy children is a wonderful thing. All of them and them in the community. And I would wish that the strength the mommy put out behind them, that we band together to make it better for them in the future. Thank you kids for knowing all your mother or your father. God bless him. We're moving out to always be strong. Thank you.
You know what I mean? I know as a very humble person, as you say, when you give eulogy. You know what I mean? Never even hear her talk much, but she always seemed to be like a very gentle soul. And I mean that, the few times I interact with her, she was always a gentle, kind of peaceful, kind of humble person, you know? Yeah, and let's say God bless her soul, the family always stay strong. Yeah, man. And she and Letty together now, yeah?
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She would always say Miss Wendy. I said Michelle is Wendy, you know? She said Miss Wendy. My children were small. Sometimes they used to go by Michelle. She would watch them, you know, they would play with her children, you know, so it's nothing like, you know, it's nothing to like say, let me send this to Michelle or Michelle will send something to me. And I'm so glad that he has raised to be a man today and he's not.
Smile and joy on my face because I got to know Michelle through her sister, the testimony of sisterhood from Kathleen in New York. And I had the pleasure and the honor of spending time with Michelle. She came to visit us in Tobago. And Michelle taught to the women on the hill where we live in Tobago, Diane and Janice, the spirit and the lesson that we need to have of humility and love and joyfulness. That among the women there, even in the most trying times, Michelle made me listen to Fayan and to Bungie. She knew their music like more than I would know the music. So we would test Michelle, we would play different records and ask, who is it singing? She knew Fayan and she knew Bungie. So I want to celebrate humility. I want to celebrate the spirit of tenacity that Michelle had. I want to celebrate sisterhood. Thank you.
We spoke on the phone, but even when I went to visit her, she would always say, I love you, I keep good. She was never a party person, but loved to knock a few bottles whenever the occasion arrived. She would always dance to a few songs that she loved, such as Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father Again, Ola Tunji, The Engine Room, Greza Dan, Your Belly, Sanchez, Frenzy, Harang and Soca, just to name a few. Even under pain and stress, she would always say she is okay. Wanting to know she was not well, Michelle would not rest until everything is finished, washing, cooking, cleaning, etc. Although you would say, Mish, rest now, she say, but I ain't finished this, I ain't finished that. She was a dedicated housewife, mother, and grandmother. Michelle went through in her pain when necessary. And that's it for you, Reggie.
Thank you.
Been the next day of the rest of your life.
As siblings, we learn to be there for each other. To Michelle and her other siblings, because it's a lot of us. To her other siblings, for every contribution, every kind word, supporting, love, time, care, supplies, funds, whatever. We're giving thanks for all the love and support. Her aunts Maureen and Vicky could not be here in person. We receive your love. And again, I thank each and everyone for coming out to celebrate the life of my sister, our mother, our grandmother, our neighbor, our friend, Michelle Chow. Her spirit be elevated in the realm of the ancestors and continue to be a light in this world. I will continue to call your name, Michelle Chow.
Not a day goes by that I don't think of you. Today could have been the day that you blow out your candles, make a wish as you close your eyes. Today could have been the day everybody was laughing. Instead I just sit here and cry. Who would you be? What would you look like when you looked at me for the very first time? Today could have been the next day of the rest of your life. Not a day goes by that I don't think of you. I'm always asking why this crazy world had to lose such a ray of light we never knew. Gone too soon, yeah. Would you have been president or a painter, an author who sang like your mother? One thing is evident, would have given all I had, would have loved you like no other. Who would you be?